Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we will be talking about potty training that stubborn toddler. If you're new to my channel, my name is Julie. I have two little kids. My son is 28 months, just over 2 years old, and my daughter will be 10 months next week. And we are currently working on potty training our toddler, our little boy, and the process is pretty crazy. So I do these videos all the time, mommy videos, vlogs, DIYs, clean with me. And if you're interested in that and you want to give my channel a subscribe, go ahead and do that. I would love to have you. So let's get started in our potty training video. We have been working on potty training for a good while. If you've been following me, you know well before Christmas, we've been working on this, and I'm just going to tell you how it's gone for us and what's working for us, dealing with an incredibly stubborn toddler. So when we started potty training Noah, all of our friends, kids, even people we talk to, parents, all those people, even strangers we walk into say, oh, well, our kid was potty trained at 1 year old, at 9 months, 10 months. That's insane. My daughter is 10 months right now, and I don't see how she can be potty trained. But let me tell you, there's a difference between potty training your baby and potty training the parents. So here's where I'm going. A lot of people who potty train their babies got themselves into a routine, into taking their baby somewhere. My grandmother actually said that she potty trained my dad and my uncle like at a couple months old, and I was like, how? And she would lie out like a blanket or something, take their diapers off, let them do their business, clean them up, put the diapers back on, so they never actually went in their diapers. So that's what I mean about potty training the parents. The parents have to get into a routine to bringing their baby or toddler to the potty or a specific place for them to do their business every 20 minutes or 15 minutes, whatever it be. And that's great. Save on diapers, save on having to clean in blowouts, but how realistic is that in this day and age? We are so busy as parents. We can't afford to just stay home and look after our babies. As much as that's a dream come true and we want to, we have to work. So doing that every 15 to 20 minutes is just not realistic, and we can't expect our daycare workers, nannies, babysitters to follow through on that routine. So it would just throw them off, and it's pretty unfortunate, but we have become lazier, I'd like to call it. So potty training the parents into taking their kids, their toddlers, their babies to the potty or whatever can be great. For long run, it might have them potty train themselves when they're ready faster. I don't know, because unfortunately, Noah, we did not do that. And that will kind of lead into my next thing. I did so much research into why my 2-year-old didn't want to potty train. And everyone just kept telling me, when he's ready, you'll know. When he's ready, you'll know. When he's ready, you'll know. I'm tired of waiting, and all my friends' babies were getting potty trained. So I don't understand why he wasn't ready. Was there something wrong with him? Is there something wrong with us? Are we doing something wrong? No. When they say wait and they'll let you know when they're ready, it's a real thing. So we have been pushing potty training, pushing it, and it wasn't happening. We were cleaning up messes everywhere. It just wasn't working. And then out of nowhere, it just started working. He just started like going when we brought him. We were leaving him without a diaper, and it was just happening. So not rushing is probably key, and don't stress out over it. You're not a bad parent. You're not doing anything wrong. It will come. And then when it does come, don't be alarmed when your toddler will not poop in the potty. So this is a real thing. I actually did some research on it. I talked to our doctor about it, and it is extremely common for toddlers, even once they're potty trained, to not want to poop in the potty. So we are currently still working on that one. He will not go sitting down is our problem, and that can be a serious problem if it's not kind of fixed. I'm not sure how else to word that, but it can cause severe constipation, but it is also common for toddlers to become constipated during potty training because they learn to hold it all in and not release it when they're supposed to. So they'll hold it in and wait for the opportunity to have a diaper or a pull-up, and then they'll go. So it's just a waiting game at that point for pooping. And my next thing about potty training is be prepared to clean an enormous amount of messes. So this was something that I had a hard time. We had a 10-month-old, like she just turned 10, and when we started potty training, this was something that was really hard because I'm tending to a little baby, and then I've got my toddler peeing all over the house, pooping all over the house because we tried the no diaper method, just run around bare butt, and it was a disaster. It was a mess, and I found myself losing patience, and then when I lose my patience, it would make things worse, and then he would be scared of the potty. Not that I went crazy, but we were, "Oh, Noah, why didn't you go to the potty? Why are you making messes? That's not a good boy." But long term, we just should have said nothing. Accidents happen, and they do happen. Even potty trained kids, accidents are going to happen. So be prepared to clean a lot of messes. I don't think there's any way around that. I don't think there's anything you can do to prevent them unless you're fully doing the pull-ups and not the naked method. It might be less of a mess, but be prepared. So for us, once Noah really started getting the hang of using the potty, I felt that I couldn't leave the house. Everyone had told me that you have to stay home a strict 2 to 3 weeks constantly so they can use the potty. And I've got cabin fever. I cannot stay home 1 week, let alone 3 weeks at a time, straight with the 2 kids. I'll just go crazy. My husband works crazy hours, so he's not home until really late. I need some adult conversation. I need a social life. I need to be out in the world. So I have errands that need to be done. We'll run out of everything. So staying home strictly for 3 days a week was just not an option. So what I found super, super handy was this potty. So this potty seat was given to us by my grandmother for Noah. And it's the first year's brand, but I don't know I don't know where she got it. I don't know too much about it, except for it's amazing. I've recently seen that Toys R Us and Walmart carry seats just like this, boys, girls, decorative ones, all those types of things. And this is golden. This is a lot easier to stick in a bag and carry separately, to go places, than this. I am not bringing this to Walmart with me so my toddler can use the potty. This is insane. So what we did is we got Noah used to using this seat. He likes it. It's got the little lip here so that he can stick his junk inside and pee without it flying all up over the place. And eventually he got used to pushing it down, putting it in the hole. Sorry guys, but that's the reality of a boy. So he'll sit on here, and it's nice and small enough. It's not super wide. I put this in an oversized purse, and I bring it everywhere with me. I also stick it inside a plastic bag just because it's gross. We have to disinfect it every single time we come home. but this has helped me go places without being stuck in the house while potty training. And it goes really good. Like, he'll go to the washroom at home, he'll go pee, and then we get to where we're going and we go pee right away, and then he's really good. I'm lucky Noah is really good at holding it in. He can hold it in for about an hour to 2 hours, which is amazing for a beginner in potty training, but that works great. So be prepared to carry a potty around with you if you're like me and you don't want to just stay home constantly. This is a lifesaver. There was a few times I forgot it, and unfortunately I had to let him do his business in his pants. I did try to stick him on the toilet seat. We plastered it in toilet paper so he wouldn't be, his little bum he doesn't fall into it. So it was a process, and he did not like it, and he would not sit on it without his seat. So this is an amazing buy. While we're on the subject of potties, my idea behind the potty was I wanted plain, simple. As you can see, we bought white to begin with, and then my grandmother gave us more white, and I'm really happy with that. I didn't want like crazy things. I didn't want ones that play music and have toys and have bubbles, and some of the potties you see today are insane. The other one I do like is the one that makes the flushing sound, but again, that's something they can play with, and I want them to know that it's strictly potty. It's not a toy, it's not a game, and you can bring a book, you can replace it with other things, but in the end, I didn't want them playing with it so much, putting their hands in it, stuff like that. So I like the plain white thing, and it's not a toy, it's a potty. But that's a personal preference. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get your toddler to go potty. Sometimes if it sings and plays music, you might have a better chance. Every kid is different, every single one of them. Every toddler is completely different. Not one of them will learn the same way. So all that being said, that was the top things I have dealt with, gone through, learned about potty training. And I don't think anyone has a more stubborn toddler than I do. He is so smart. The reward process didn't work for us. He was too smart for that. He knew he would eventually get it in a different way or form. So treats, chocolate, we tried that. We tried lollipops. We tried a new toy. We tried stickers. And we couldn't find something that would be convincing enough to have him use the potty. So, and when we did give it to him as a reward, he would want to go back to the potty in like 5 minutes just to get in a treat. So he would go and say, I found the potty, where's my chocolate? Or where's my lollipop? So it really wasn't working for us. We stopped that. I try not to give my kids too much sweets because everywhere we go, they love giving little kids lollipops and candy. So they get way more than they need at other places. And stickers, toys, there was nothing he liked enough to bribe him to use the potty. So the treat method just didn't work for us at all. And then another interference with our potty training is at home when we were doing the run free naked method. He was doing so good. So then we started putting on jogging pants that were easy to pull down to like go really fast, right? And we tried pull-ups, but to him the pull-ups were a diaper. So when we put pull-ups on him, he would just go in his pants and not tell us. And it would be 3-4 hours, and we're wondering why hasn't he asked to go pee? So we stopped the pull-ups altogether. We bought underwear, and I went online and I tried to order the closest I could find to my husband's, just so now, look, they're exactly like daddy's. You want to wear some underwear, but daddy doesn't go pee in his underwear. So that for us worked very, very well. I didn't get him some like cartoons. I sound like a really boring mom. No cartoons, no toys, but it was, again, it was just, I didn't want him to be distracted from potty training. So I got him plain basic underwear, the closest I could find that match my husband's, just so, you know, he can kind of learn off of him and try to be like daddy. So that was our next step because the pull-ups just weren't working. He was just going pee in them. And even the underwear, I had to order 2 sizes bigger than what he is because anything tight around there, he would just go assuming it was a diaper. However, being wet, he realized he would come and tell me. Where the pull-ups, he wouldn't come and tell me. So even though the underwear were tight and he would pee in them, he still came to tell me. Where the looser underwear, he thought he was just wearing jogging pants. He didn't realize he was wearing underwear. And he would come and say, pee, pee, pee. So we got him almost 100% potty trained. He was going all the time. He wouldn't poop. I'm still rinsing poop out of underwears very often. And unfortunately, there's not much else we can do that I know of. If you have any suggestions, just leave them in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear them. But I have watched almost every video possible about potty training. And what we ended up with was nothing I've seen. So what's working for us, I haven't seen on a video. And I just thought I'd share with you guys because if I haven't seen it, maybe someone else can learn from this experience. So coming back to an interference with potty training, daycare. Noah only goes to daycare 2 days a week, and he had gone to daycare early in the week, and that entire week that he was at home, well, the rest of the week, and then the next week he only went near the end of the week. So that entire time he was like potty trained for us, aside from pooping. And when I mentioned it to daycare, if it was okay if I sent him in underwear, they preferred that I send him in pull-ups. So I obviously wasn't too thrilled about that because I felt like we were going to go backwards, which we did. He would ask for diapers after coming home from daycare. It was a little bit of a struggle, but, and when he did go for a number 2 in his pull-ups, it's a mess and a half to clean up. So, but we had to send him to daycare with a pull-up. Fortunately, he only goes twice a week, and I tried to separate the days. That way the next day it was back to underwear, going in the potty, and he would get used to it again before he had to go back to daycare, and then he'd have to wear a pull-up again. And that had gone on for about a month. He's been doing that, maybe a little less, maybe 3 weeks. And now he still has been going in his pull-up at daycare, but she has recently started taking the pull-ups off, and he started using the potty. So I don't know if maybe she decided to give my method a try. There's a few other moms that I know are potty training, but now he is dry at daycare aside from his poops. So what she has been doing is she's been leaving the pull-up on until he has a number 2 because he's pretty routine, and then she takes it off and it's just underwear the rest of the day. And it's been working really good. Yesterday I picked him up from daycare, brought him home, and he was in underwear and didn't have any accidents. So it is definitely coming. It's a longer process than I expected. I was also told from people once they do it, they're good, they're golden, they're potty trained, but that's not the case. This has been a really slow long process for us, and it is definitely taking its toll. It's definitely hard when you're potty training a stubborn toddler. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and I hope it gave you guys some new and different pointers on potty training. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would absolutely love to have you. I do these types of videos all the time, like I said. So I will see you guys on Friday with a new video. Have a great week, guys.